Yeah, this is a fast section here, and it's Turgis that's in second place. Turgis, I have to say, has been sprinting rather well this year, and recently he was up top 10 in Munster London Sunday.
Well, one can never tell. If he's on form, it's his kind of terrain. And the man from Total Energies has been guided in just for the time being, bringing in his postiche, as they call a beard in these parts. Meanwhile, I still can't take my eyes off this Melissa bike with Christophe Laporte being guided here. Coming to play the game, Tinton Teutenberg for Lidl Trek. And it opens up one side of the road, and that's immediately filled. Any void is being exploited right now. Beat Cycling also want to play the game, got to tell you. Andy Stockbrough is also up towards the front. And looking at them starting to mosh and gather themselves with Unex mobility for Abramson, I believe. With a two-man, he's got one man to lead him out, 3.3 to go. This is this downhill run. They get some proper pace about this, and we will have for the next wee while until about half the remaining distance, when suddenly we're onto cobbles and we start to climb. They'll screen down towards that section, Brian.
Yeah, they will. It's going to 3 kilometres very, very quickly, and there's not big lead-out trains. This is Groupama at the front, I think, for Paul Pennyway, who's been sprinting well this year. Still Red Bull on the left-hand side. They've got 3 riders, the last of them being Giro de Meir. So there's not big, strong lead-out trains. It's like maximum maybe 3, 4 of each team. Many of them have got 2 riders, so this could get rather messy.
It's going to get very messy. Is Rickert still involved here? Looking back further down this group, looking to see Meeus just losing the wheel of Danny Van Poppel momentarily. And Premier Tech again just started to show their hand. They're stuck behind a phalanx of blue Groupama Francis Lejeune riders at the moment. And still we wait. Beat Cycling are here. Can't quite see who it is. I think it's probably Michael Coppens, if I had to guess. 2 kilometres to go. So about 500 metres before we get to the Flamme Rouge. They're just about to turn onto the cobbles here, Brian. This gets rough.
Yeah, they get this slightly kind of downhill, fast main roads. And then we hit the cobbles very, very quickly. And that kind of sorted it out a little bit. That's the man that's retiring at the end of the year. He's not going to be winning this. He was on the podium in this race in the past, but just lucky to get around in front of his fans and family.
That desperate Dan hero chin of his, fantastic. Big beaming smile, knowing that it's coming to retirement for him. Right now 1400 metres, and you're going to see the Flamme Rouge just as they get the pinch here. They go onto the cobbles. Flamme Rouge just held to one side as we still play homage to Adrien Petit. Really should be looking as to what's happening further up the road, and here we are. We get that gift right now. There's a lot of movement all over the place, and I'm afraid riders and some teams have just lost their lead-out man. Onto the cobbles we go, and it will be the Flamme Rouge up ahead of us. And just look at the shakedown that we've got here, almost quite literally. Big pickup as we come to the rise. We've got to do our little bit of climbing here. We'll then get to the top. Danny Van Poppel looks like he's isolated all on his own. For Bora, for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, can't quite see if he's got anyone on his meal as we get the heads up right now. Bokelmans is here. Tamino likewise for Lotto. But there's not much room to play with as they get onto the smoother section, take a right-hander, and now it's time to suddenly get up there and invest. Christophe Laporte is in a good place. He's about wheel 8 at the moment. Danny Van Poppel looks like he's going to just follow him. Danny Van Poppel comes around the Netherlands champion, trying to get himself in the right place, in position. Arne Marit is here for Intermarché as well, and suddenly they come to the rise. They're going to hit the cobbles in just a few moments' time. Eekhoff still hasn't been tempted. He's trying to stay there, trying to stay anonymous for the time being, but he's a big man to do exactly that. And Meeus it is that decides to invest here. They're eating into this. Niels Eekhoff is on his wheel. Eekhoff's going to come out and try and get it around him. Just can't get there. Oh, that was battle plan number 1 for Red Bull Bora Hansgrohe, and delivered.
Well, it was a real messy sprint there, and it's difficult to see what's happening from the front there. There's a lot of shoulder edge, a lot of bumping and barging there, but you know, you have to say with Philipsen not here, distance earlier on, that Giro de Meir delivered that, but he pretty much done it on his own. Nobody really got a good lead out there apart from Groupama there. But this man's retiring and he's happy just to get round. But that was a hard sprint there. But I think Jordi Meijers had to do a lot of that on his own.